Welcome to the Norqain ski station. I'm here with the founder of Norqain, Mr. Küffer. I love this guy.
I love it.
You know what? I see a lot of watches. I talk about a lot of watches. I make a lot of videos about a lot of watches, but I do actually pick my favorites sometimes. And for me, as you know, if you follow me at all, you know that I've picked my favorite with this challenger brand to the bigger brands. They're established, they've got centuries of history, but Ben's coming at them. And you're coming at them with something they want. I loved your campaign. Tell the people about your campaign for the new Wild One, which was very clever. Just walk people through it.
Well, I think, for us, it's a special moment. We come to Geneva, it's our second year here, and we said we wanted to, again, give something back also to the community. And I think, in terms of size, the 39mm was something that last year at the fair,
wanted this size.
They told me, and they were on me. And last year at the fair, many markets told me, Ben, we need a 39. So I decided this year's gift time, 39mm.
But it's like pop, 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 pop. All the social media comments saying, it's nice, but it would be great, but if only it was. So you've delivered a 39mm Wild One, but you've done it in a range of sorbet colors. But I thought, you've built a ski station. What is this concept here? Because I want to explore it, but tell me about why are we in a ski station?
Oh, this is Norcane. We're about adventure, we're about Switzerland, we're about sports.
The peaks.
So we said we wanted to really have a booth where people feel, at home. They can have a drink at our Norcane bar, like in Zermatt. We actually hold our retailer meetings in the gondolas.
Yeah.
And upstairs we have 3 more meeting rooms in the Norcane ski station.
Okay, come upstairs. So I was like, what? Who are these rascals on the stairs? Pietro, Marcus.
Here we're at the Gornegrad meeting room. So actually you can see downstairs. You can see when the guests arrive. And we really want to give the feeling with the curved windows of the ski station.
Okay, Ben, thank you. Let's get down to business. I said Norqain is my favorite challenger brand, and that is because they deliver something that is of high value and that is, frankly, the only thing that they can do at this price. This is a high-performance, ultralight sports watch, 78 grams. So while this watch has shrunk down in size, I'm curious to know, how much does it weigh? Does it have the same specs and tolerances? Tell me about any changes, because to me, it would just be a case of proportionally shrinking it, right? Is that how it goes?
Well, yeah, we had a couple of challenges on the way, of course. We went down to a 39mm case, and we decided to also reduce the height of the timepiece. I think the bezel compared to the 42mm that you're wearing, we have a higher step up bezel than we have it on the 39, but it just worked better here. Mm-hmm. And also what's new is the 64-gram total weight. So we have 14 grams less on the 39mm. And what's interesting also for those who are into weight, we have a 44-gram case. So 20 grams is coming from the 2 straps. But
I said to Ben, but don't change the straps, because the straps are one of the things I love about it. Extremely supple, but extremely comfortable on wrist. Yeah. There's something about these.
And you need them for the robust feel, So we could have made them slimmer, but it just didn't feel as high quality as the 42, and I didn't want to make any compromise. So at the end, we're not here to win the new world record in weight. We just want a really light timepiece, exactly. and I think that's what we've got. And we've got 200-meter water resistance, and again, the 5000 G shock resistance. That of course is a given for Wild Ones.
And frankly, lightness is a complication. Like, this is one of the things, if you get into ultralight watches like Richard Mille, some of the super high performance Omega ultralight watches, you're talking 6 figures, because lightness itself is expensive to achieve, and it's not easy to achieve with robustness.
And especially difficult to achieve without breaking them, right?
Yes.
Because as soon as you go light, you really have a problem of robustness. And I think it's important to understand that also when we explained the Wild One back in 2022, you remember, I said the massive challenge was the material, to explain what Nortec is, and that we found this material and that we developed this material that's so robust that we can put it on a Wild One and let Stan Wawrinka play with it without having the top case falling off in the second game, right? so that's the specs of the watch. Now tell me about the tones. How did you arrive at these tones? What's the nicknames for them? What are the official names for them? Yeah, so the mint version is the first version that we can show. It has a beautiful black blackened caliber, which suited really well with the mint. So we decided to go for a limited edition here. It's also matched with our new folding clasp that we just launched and presented here at the fair. A lot of requests for it. We will also have it on the 42 millimeter, so a folding clasp with fine adjustment, and we have a really nice case with the mint rubber that, as usual, makes also the inner bezel on the timepiece.
So let's try it on. So I'm used to my 42 millimeter Wild One.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. That's 39. Definitely more compact. The lug to lug seems like 10% smaller.
Yes, it's 45 versus 49. So it's a big difference.
God, that was a good guess. The mid case, I love that contrast of the mid case with this customizable plate, which I still haven't customized on mine.
No. Are there more kids coming?
No,
because I told you to put the kids on there, but
No. I was just going to write, I beat your brother at tennis.
Okay, yeah.
I was just going to put that.
No, and he missed the match point.
That's true.
That was even more
against Stan
bad.
Wawrinka. That's a war story for another day. There's like a lilac lavender. Is this the most popular?
Listen, it's my favorite. I have to be honest. It's just we thought since in 2022 we launched the Burgundy edition.
Yes.
And it was a really fun color. And since then we always said we want to have a purple, and we never really got there. Now this year we're launching the purple ice blue edition. The purple, in my opinion, is now perfect. It's also has all the criteria that Nortec has to have in terms of robustness and of course in terms of also aesthetics, because I love that marble, that marble effect on the Nortec. And so we have that, and then the ice blue gives it a fresh look. And
so this is the only one with colored Nortec in the group?
Yes, exactly. So out of the 4, that's the new development. And as you know, we have gray Nortec, brown Nortec available. We could easily downsize to 39, but I wanted to launch a new color for Watches and Wonders.
Maybe one day blue.
And maybe one day blue. And then hyper pink.
Yikes, that is hyper pink. What do you feel? I'm asking the audience now. Where's your... what are you feeling out of these? Because this is really leaving an impression on the retina. Cool. So 39 millimeter.
I think you remember Stan's outfits.
I do.
Yeah.
He loves pink.
Of course.
He has Stan the Man written on his top in pink.
And as usual, I think we will have people who love it and people who hate it, and that's the best products.
Yeah, that's true. Cheeky little chronometer inscription on the dial as well, just to remind people that these are chronometer certified movements, and despite the toughness, guaranteed accuracy and guaranteed performance. Ben, let's go downstairs into one of those cool gondolas.
Yes, and we'll look at the next 2 novelties.
Okay. Ben, what's happening? You've got an actual gondola. This has got like functioning machinery.
Yes, and I put soft cushions in for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable?
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, of course. Last year we had the igloo. This year I said we need to really,
Sure.
I couldn't ski as much as I wanted, so we
By the way, this is so true to the Küffer family. They're complete snow bunnies. They're skiing all the time. They've got a boutique in Zermatt. I don't ski, but this is lovely and exotic. These 2 watches, speaking of skiing and mountains and Alps, these have mountain motifs on the dial. The Independence Skeleton Chrono in titanium in 2 new colorways. Tell me about them.
Yeah, we launched the first edition of the Independence Skeleton Chrono in New York last year. It was a really great launch. It's our first flyback chronograph manufactured caliber. We developed it together with AMT.
Yeah.
And we have 2 editions. I'll start with the Jade edition, which is a limited edition, grade 5 titanium, which is really nice because it allows us to work a bit on the polish also. It's not just that matte look. You see it very well on the
so many finishes on the case.
A lot. 3 different ones. We have polished, brushed, and also sandblasted in the opening. So you have 3 finishes. We have an open case back where even the base of the movement, you can see we actually cut it out in a shape of a mountain and to write caliber 8K on the highest point of the movement. Yeah. So it's great, when you can give that kind of personalization on the movement. And as you know, in the front, it gives directly the design of the watch, and it's really beautiful that we have a game between the movement, but also a really thin, I'm sure you noticed, dial that's just giving the mountain shape. That's actually based on the movement, and I love this watch. It's been a great success. In September when we launched it, we launched the purple in DLC. So of course it makes sense to now present it in grade 5 titanium. And jade, I think it will be from first
It's a slightly different tone to the tip.
Yeah, it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's darker, you're right.
Yeah.
For everybody to compare. It's really a darker, so here it's a jade color, and the mountain really pops, which is fun. And so on the wrist, it's a 42 millimeter case. So and here we're back to the 49. So it's not for small wrists, definitely not.
49 like to
yes,
like. Yeah,
but it's the
too
right
small.
size for the movement. It's a 6.9 millimeter thick movement. So it just felt right to put it into a 42 millimeter case. And if we would want to go smaller, we'd have to go into something else for the future.
Customizable nameplate on the side.
Yes.
And in terms of the haptics and feel of this chronograph, mushy pushes until you snap, and then a very crisp snap. Return. Let's play the flyback game. Activate, and then the flyback with the bottom pusher. Bang, straight back to the start. Flyback is a chronograph that doesn't require to be stopped and started in order to restart. Really nice. Ben, what an Arctic adventure we've had, or an alpine adventure we've had. It's another, I'd say, it's a year of consolidating what Norqain's doing well, which is fantastic sports watches, again, in that high performance, ultralight category. And I'd say these chronographs are pushing in that category of sports chronographs, and brands that really are bringing something new to the market. Color, vibrancy, hype. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, I'm happy. And thanks for your support, guys.
Any Norqainers watching this, shout out in the comments. Represent your tribe. Give Ben a hello. We'll see you in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe to Time+Tide if you like these kind of alpine adventures, because I'm no doubt be doing more with this guy.
Bye.